How you feeling?
I'm a little bit nervous. It's championship. It's kind of surreal for me.
Yeah. Well, I can promise you, I don't care what level of ball you're coaching, it's surreal when you make it to the championship game.
Hello, I'm Alex Kendrick, and I'm grateful to be sitting with Coach Mark Richt. And Coach, thanks for taking this time to share your faith with us. And you know, you have had the opportunity to coach on some national championship level teams, and have been on a team that won the national championship twice, and also coached on SEC championship level. And I just want to ask you, of the things that you have been able to achieve as the Lord has allowed you, what would you tell someone that is after the big title, that is after the big win, the championship in their life, whether it's in sports or their job or another area of life? What would you tell them as far as going for that type of goal?
Well, I think I'd tell them that probably once they got it, they realized it wasn't maybe as big of a deal as they thought. Maybe at the very moment that you achieve the success that you're looking for, you may feel that exhilaration. And there's something to that. I mean, I don't want to belittle anything that people are striving for, but if all they're striving for are things of the world, then it's really all going to be gone in a matter of time and forgotten. And the only thing that's really eternal is a decision for Christ. And if they can do that, if that could be their goal, you know, to become a Christian, and to know that they'll spend eternity in heaven, and then they begin to gear their life towards trying to live for God, trying to live a life that would be pleasing to Him. I think that's a much more worthy goal. Grant, I could just tell you, I'm so proud of you and what you've done. I've been reading about the team and where you've gone, and more than anything else, I'm just proud of the fact that you finally learned how to win the big one.
Well, we hadn't played them yet.
Now, you won the big one when you accepted Christ, and now, as you're teaching these guys and minister to them, I think it's just fantastic.
In the movie Facing the Giants, you play a scene where you come and talk to the coach, and you say, I'm grateful that you have won the big one. And he thinks you're referencing a championship game and says, we haven't played it yet. Tell us about that statement you made.
Right. Well, that's in reference to being at Florida State with Coach Bowden in a staff room about a month after winning the first national championship. For years, people had been saying that Florida State couldn't win a national championship. Bobby Bowden couldn't win the big one. That was the term that kept coming up. Can't win the big one, can't win the big one. So we finally won the big one, and Coach Bowden was making reference to that term and was asking the coaches around the table. He says, well, now that we won the big one, do you feel any different? And I can recall him asking some of the coaches around the room, and most everybody's just kind of shaking their head saying, you know what, we don't really feel that much different than we did before. And he said, well, that's because that's not the big one. He said the big one is when you accept Christ as your Lord and Savior. Well, I can promise you, win or lose this game, you guys are champions.
I appreciate that.
But hey, while you're here, you might as well win it, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to try my best. We appreciate your faith, and grateful that a man like Coach Bowden would share it with you, and now you're sharing it, making a difference
I hope
with so many college players now. So thank you for your faith. Thank you for what you're doing, the impact that you've got.
All right. Thank you. Enjoy it.